Dear honorable judges and fellow listeners, see, I have a friend living in a remote area around Lampung. One day, I reached out to him and I found out about his current situation. He and his friends were just exacerbated by this pandemic. Now, almost all of his friends in school failed in most subjects. And I know what comes to your mind. Probably you may think like, oh, they must not pay attention to the teachers in class. Well, to some people, that speculation may sound true. But what if there are other significant factors contributing to the case? Well, ladies and gentlemen, based on UNESCO, as of April 14, 188 countries around the world have closed schools, affecting over 1.5 billion learners, representing more than 91% of total enrolled learners as a consequence of COVID-19. Now, a majority of governments are making substantial efforts to ensure continuing education opportunities. But without the skill of digital literacy itself, the students won't have the ability and the awareness to use technologies to perform academic tests in a digital environment. As society becomes more digital, knowledge, attitude, and skills are very essential to be digitally literate. In a digital learning environment, digital literacy is necessary for students to navigate their learning process. However, the causes of lack of digital literacy will create disarray for teachers, students, and even parents to sustain online learning. Because not all teachers are well prepared to conduct digital education. So, if the teachers can't make use of technology properly, then it will be very difficult for us students to learn, to keep up in this learning process. Because all school has shifted to online classes. Besides that, due to the low income, parents are unable to educate their children about digital literacy since even they don't have educate technology needs. So, how will the future of education turn out? I believe that if parents and teachers involve themselves more into greater digital literacy, it will, yes, it will increase the students' enthusiasm to achieve as the offline school before and improve it even more than ever. In a study of OECD UK data service verified for over 60 years, parents and teachers are massive supporting system for students. It is obvious that they are the closest circle exposing students essential life skills as well as academic skills. They are the ones evaluating the quality of digital sources and information, and because of that, it triggers students to be more active in online classes. See, isn't that very impactful? So, the million-dollar question is, shouldn't we be coming up with solutions that can enhance parents and teachers' digital literacy to support for more effective online learning? Now, Shahira Abdullah, a member of the Parliament of Singapore, she suggested that the urgency of helping low-income parents with digital literacy is very high. She said that the Ministry of Communication and Information should partner up with the Education Ministry in offering its National Digital Literacy Program to such parents. Now the government has the responsibility to promote the development of non-profit information technology in low-income families, which includes obtaining and refurbishing good-to-start computers, obtaining software from donor programs, recruiting volunteers to help parents with their information literacy, and thus even providing free technical support and high-speed internet with the necessary safeguards. I do believe that this action would be a huge success because the British government had already implemented a similar movement called Home Access Program, and the result of the program was an increase in students' time engagement in homework and independent learning activities in home. Now the second question is, how about the teachers? Internet-based technology wasn't difficult for young teachers. However, it might be a big problem for senior teachers who is working in low-income neighborhood where there's seldom opportunity to access the internet. Students' information literacy couldn't be improvised without teachers' appropriate instruction. Therefore, teachers should try their best to familiarize themselves with the usage of internet by ways of independent learning or even attending the computer class during their spare time. Now, to increase the capacity of educators in utilizing ICT to support for more distant learning, government could comply with the private sector and the Indonesian Teachers Association in holding online training for ICT. In that program, it allows teachers to learn independently at their own pace. Trainer-on-training program could also be executed to encourage the enthusiasm for learning and innovation of teachers in Indonesia through the use of technology. Next, last but not least, initiatives by the government and private companies such as Intel, Microsoft, and Google. Those three examples will contribute to increasing the capacity of teachers in order to increase the use of ICT for learning over the years. Altogether, they can create a program that emphasizes a holistic approach to teaching, aiming at enabling teachers to learn from the best practices of other teachers on how technology integration enhances students' learning. In brief, the lack of digital literacy will put teachers, students, and parents in turmoil to sustain online learning. Information literacy is very crucial in today's children's literacy for the better future. So in conclusion, if parents and teachers are exposed to greater digital literacy, then students won't fall behind in the learning progress. To achieve such great achievement, government along with the mentioned sectors needs to give a hand to support for more effective online learning. That is all. Thank you very much.